Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening, good morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Happy hump day, happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great time. You're tuning into our RSF1 racing for a Tier 3 race around Mexico. There we go. Okay, right. Don't know how many drivers we've got for tonight. We've got 10 in currently, including our championship leader, Mr. Eagle. We're due to start in a few moments, so hopefully we're going to get some of the drivers coming through shortly to take their seats for this full qualification 36-lap race around Mexico. As in comes Braver Container. Yeah, so just to let you know, if you are new to League Racing, or if you're new to RSF1, RSF1 is a group of very eager, hungry, and some very talented, and not so talented as well, drivers. Myself probably falling into the latter bracket. Built into 5 tiers where each week we race a circuit from the 2021 Grand Prix schedule, Formula 1 schedule. This week it has fallen on the Mexican Grand Prix, which of course is held at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez near Mexico City. As we go throughout the stream today, there will be a cheeky little nightbot that will give you links and information on how to join. But if you're really interested, a good place to start, if I can find the bloody link, a good place to start is our website. So you can see on the website there, you'll be able to see that's the standings page, but obviously there'll be different bits across the top of that web page, which will tell you a little bit about us. Obviously there's the standings, the season calendar, some rules and regulations. Every league needs to have a rules and regulations. They're the foundation, they're the blueprint of the integrity of the league. We've got a stewardship committee that help make decisions on any incidents that happen throughout the course of each and every week. Some weeks there are more incidents than others. Mexico's a pretty quick track with those S's. There might be a little bit of contact. I think we're going to be in for an exciting race tonight. We've had some pretty exciting races so far this week. I'm certainly looking forward to observing and commentating on it over the course of the next hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. So depending on how many drivers we've got, I think we've got 13 in right now. So hopefully we're going to have 15 plus. Aaron, good evening, sir. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hopefully we're going to have enough drivers so that there's some competition in Q1. As I talked about in terms of some of the socials, so you'll just see Nightbot has dropped in our Twitter handle. So please feel free to click on the Twitter link, follow Twitter. That'll give you some indication as to when we're racing next, which tiers racing on which day. And also give you an opportunity, if you manage to stick around for the entirety of each race, it'll give you an opportunity to vote on your driver of the day. So we don't just go by what the game tells us. We've got our opportunity through socials to give our driver of the day. Blazer Guns coming back in. Not only coming in back in racing, but he's coming in with 7-month tier at tier 1. Blazer, thank you so much for the tier 1, my friend. It's much appreciated. I've actually forgotten to tell you who I am as well. So, my name is not RSF1 Racing, although I am representing them this evening. My name is Ragequit. I'm a tier 4 driver in RSF1, and I'm really looking forward to this tier 3 contest tonight. So, I'm guessing, from my perspective, the people that we need to look out for this evening are our championship leader, Eagle, in the Mercedes on 202 points. We've also got Fruit Boy racing tonight in the Ferrari, who's second in the championship at the moment on 173 points. I'm not too sure Moggs is in. Moggs is indeed in. Moggs is in the Alpine. He's in P3 in the championship on 137. And we've got Stidgen. Is Stidgen in tonight? I don't think Stidgen is in tonight. There may well be no Stidgen in, but Stidgen in is 4th position in the championship with 123 points. And Braver Container in the McLaren, who is racing tonight with 95 points. And that is our top 5. We've also had quite a lot of new drivers over the course of the last week or so. So we might have some shocks. I know there's at least one in possibly 2. And I don't know whether Yorkie's raced with us previously. But certainly Medium Tyre, will he be on the medium tyres though, is a new racer, has come through as a reserve this evening. It looks like that's our lot. It looks like we're going to have 13 drivers tonight. A bit disappointing from... Yo, Ethan, how you doing, bro? Hey, I got a win. Good man. You did. Ethan, did you not win a couple of races back to back? No, you didn't. But you definitely got a win because I witnessed it. I do believe I commentated on it a couple of weeks ago. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you let your cats, your dogs, your children, your grandma, your aunties, your uncles, your mums and your dads know that we're streaming this live. We might only have 13 races, but it's going to be one hell of a show. Because that's what we do over here at RSF1. We give you a show. It's not just racing. It's showtime. It's showtime. So Ethan says he won in Japan. And a good race it was too, I bet. So here we go. We are entering into Q1. So we know the rules of Q1. When there are only 13 drivers, or 14 or less drivers. 15 or less drivers, in fact. The guys have just got to go out and put together a lap. They've just got to put together a lap. Put together a lap. Don't crash it out on the S's and end up in the wall. And you will advance into Q2. We have seen some extraordinary racing so far. Both from a qualification. I think I watched Tier... Did I commentate? I may well have commentated on it. Tier 2 on Monday. We lost a lot of cars in Q1 and they just had to get a lap in. They just had to get a lap in. So here we go. Right, let's get the spectator menu up and running so you can see what is happening. Obviously, we'll go for the tyre. The telemetry will be enabled. The lap data will be enabled. And the track map, we will put in a full track map so we can see who is going to be next. Either through the S's so we can watch them bin it. Or, indeed, who will be coming through to either start or finish the hot laps. The weather looks pretty good right now. I don't have the weather data. So we're relying on some of the drivers to give us weather data if and when. Van Gijzen, yes, I've forgotten. Van Gijzen, due to an incident last week, has picked up a qualification ban. So Van Gijzen will be going from back to front. Cough, cough, wet race, cough, cough. Oh, it would appear, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to see some action. There's going to be guys getting out on the tyres to put some laps in. Ethan's utilising mediums by the look of it, although he is still in the pits. The cars we've got on an outlap so far are medium tyre on the soft tyre, Crosscree also on the soft tyre, and Blazer Guns. And I think the first car we've got that's going to make an impact tonight looks like it's going to be medium tyre. One of our reserve drivers. Yorkie, thank you so much for the intel. We do love a little bit of intel in the commentary booth. It does help us make some startling, revelationary observations. So here is our reserve driver. Oh, a little bit deep there. Let's see if the time trials that he has submitted have got him into the right tier. I mean, he's got... I think he's got Blazer right up his bunda already. Yep. But whilst he's at the head of the queue, into this horrible little chicane through the stadium, by the way. Real easy to lose traction and pace. But he comes around, he seems to be taking it fine. And here he goes to start the first hot lap of the session. Good luck to all the drivers tonight. Let's hope you all return home safe and sound. A yellow flag for a slowing car in Sector 2 and Sector 3. A tiny little bit wide on the apex there. As he comes through, we're obviously into the DRS zone, the wing open, and the wing of Blazer open as well. Welcome back, Blazer, by the way. And thank you again for that Tier 1 sub for 7 months. We go to this tight little double left-hander. Now, we're coming up to the danger part of the track. Rain at the start of the race, then stops about halfway. Going to be a saucy one. Braver, it is going to be saucy. Oh, and he's invalidated. He's invalidated. He's going to have to pull out of that lap. Is he going to get out of the way, though? Blazer has also invalidated. So, we've then got Crosscurry. Crosscurry's our newest car with no invalidation. Are these guys going to get out of the way of him, though? Yes, we've got some good getting out of the way skills there. Here comes the hot stepper. Crosscurry. Into 5th gear, 6th gear. And the first lap on the board is a 1:16 flat, ladies and gentlemen. A 1:16 flat. We have Shane, I believe, coming through. No, Shane's invalidated as well. Some serious invalidations. And I think one of the things that we've noticed over the course of the first few races is that this track can be a bit of a tester for invalidations and time penalties. As Fruit Boy throws in a 15.8 just after Moggs comes in with a 17.3 to get himself on the board. Be interesting to see as we go throughout the course of this race how many penalties are accumulated. We've seen disqualifications. Eagle comes through with a 1:16 flat as well. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if these guys actually, what they ended up doing as Ethan invalidates, it wouldn't surprise me if these guys, what they did was, after they put one lap in, their heater lap, they just come straight through and get themselves in the pit so that we can move on to Q2. That is an invalidation. Looks like Blazer's going to come through. So, an invalidation for medium. Crosscurry, beg your pardon, who's gone into the pits. And Blazer sets a 16.6 to go 4th fastest. Here comes Shane, I believe. Shane's invalidated. We have a plethora of invalidations. Yeah, I imagine Fruit Boy will dip himself into the pits. Moggs will dip himself into the pits. We've got Yorkie coming round, who is on a flying lap. Blazer's retired in the pits. And here comes Yorkie. Round the final bend. Real easy to lose it on this final corner if you haven't got your setup quite right. And Yorkie sets a 16.3. So, Fruit Boy's retired in the pits. Crosscurry's retired in the pits. Moggs is retired in the pits. Oh, and Blazer... Did Blazer bin it, guys? Did Blazer bin it? Where did Blazer bin it? I thought Blazer had retired in the pits. Wow. Wow. Shane's invalidated again. Medium's on his outlap. So I think we're looking at... is that Yorkie? Yorkie's on his way round. Pazuzu is yet to leave the pits. Did I say that was Yorkie? Yeah, Yorkie's on his way around. I think he's just going to head into the pits as well. We've got a McLaren, which is Ethan. So we'll stick with Ethan. The Haas crash, turn 3. Oh, good Lord, Blazer. It's good to have you back, sir. I'm sorry qualification didn't last very long for you today. But thank you very much for the inside intel, Aaron. Ethan just about keeps it legal as he enters Sector 3 after the S's. Coming into the stadium, which I've said before and I'll say it again. Stadium, tricky little, or tricky to get these tight little corners right. That is close to an invalidation as well. Keeps it legal and actually dips into the pits. Oh, Ethan had already set a 1:17.9, begging one's pardon. So we do have Pazuzu, pits, medium. Has medium kept it legal this time? Medium's kept it legal this time, which is great. And he comes through for a 1:17.1. We've got Shane. Shane kept it legal. Shane, you're going to have to go again, buddy. Steffi on the outlap. Braver Container now on the outlap. So in chat this evening, I'm looking for a little bit of interaction from you. I'd like you to observe. Number one, tell me what the quality of the stream's like, please, if you could be so very kind. Number two, when I say that, I mean the picture. Obviously, the audio's fantastic. I want you to look at our list of drivers tonight, and I want you to tell me who you think, number one, is going to top the qualification charts. It can't be Van Gijzen, remember, and it actually can't be Blazer now. Who's going to top the qualification charts? Who's going to start pole? And I want to know from you who's going to win the race. Obviously, you'll all have your favourite, those of you who are here regularly. Stream quality is good. Okay, looks a little bit grainy at my end, Aaron. That's why I was just asking. Where's Cocom? We don't have a Cocoms tonight, Pazuzu, unfortunately. But that's okay. We're all good. Ethan says he's going to win. Now, Ethan, is that pole? Or is the win? Or is that the whole thing? Shane finally gets a lap in with a 15.8 to go quickest. We've got a car stopped. That's medium tyre who's crashed into the pit wall. Medium tyres crashed into the pit wall, I think. That's a disaster for him. So it looks like medium tyre and Blazer are both out of qualification. So Blazer's out. Medium tyre is out. Van Gijzen is banned from qualification. So we're just waiting for Mr. Braver now to put a lap in. He's in no rush. And why should he be? Just has to put a lap in. We've got Pazuzu. Mr. Pazuzu, you need to put a lap in. I think Eagle will win and Fruit Boy will get pole. There you go. Braver sets a 1:29.3, a very safe one. Just Mr. Pazuzu to go, and then we can crack on with Q2. I'm chilling, watching the entertainment, and why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you, Pazuzu? That's all I've got to say on the matter. As he heads out on his outlap. I know what it was. You just wanted all the attention for yourself, knowing all the other cars are either retired or crashed, or indeed going back into the pits. Crash due to no practice. Yeah. Pazuzu, you still need also. Need a also. A lap also? Crash due to no practice. These things happen, Blazer. They do indeed. They do indeed. So Pazuzu's on the outlap then. He's going to take it nice and steady through the outlap so that he gets to set a hot lap. Breezes past the McLaren of Braver, which who's on his way back in. Navigates the stadium chicane. Tricky 4th through 3rd through 4th as we fly around the final corner to start the lap, and the DRS is going to open that now. Here we go. Aaron, you'll be on co-coms later tonight. Here we go, DRS zone. Number 1, wing, wide open of the Red Bull of Pazuzu. Sets the quickest sector 1. Interesting. It's a funny old track is Mexico. So many small little technical areas. You've obviously got the really quick S's, which we're coming up to. And obviously the really long straight, where DRS is incredibly powerful and Pazuzu has invalidated. So we'll have to go around again. Aaron, make sure your mic's working wonderfully, of course, if you're going to be jumping on co-coms. And we go again. So, on a replay. Hopefully not a full replay, because we have a full replay, I'll invalidate again. Just get yourself round, Pazuzu. Nurse her round. Nurse her round. I notice he's put himself in the number 33 car. Goes purple in sector 1 again. Comes round to the double right-hander as we begin the drive down to the swing left to enter in to the S's, where penalty points are accumulated and walls are met. You got a new one, don't worry. Good job, Aaron, good job. Just for those of you listening tonight, when Aaron comes in, it'd be really great if you could let us know what the quality of the co-coms is like, because we've had a little crackle ever so slightly. So what I've done is I've actually reduced the quality of the output this evening to hopefully combat our problem with a tiny little crackle in the co-coms. As Pazuzu puts in the 19.4, that hopefully, once he's driven round, means we can complete Q1 and move into Q2. How many, question for you, how many channel points have you all got? Or racing wheels, as we've got here. What's the number of racing wheels you've got, and how are you going to use them? You can highlight your message with 100. You can say, lights out, and away we go, also with 100. You can unlock a random sub-badge. We don't have any sub-badges, so don't worry about that one. You can choose an emote with 480. Again, we've only got one emote so far. You can say that I shouldn't swear. For a limited period of time, of course, with 1,500 of your channel points. 12.9k for Ethan. And we've had a Fruit Boy. That's what I like, Fruit Boy. Hydrate. This evening I'm hydrating with alcoholic beverages because I can, because I'm not driving. Don't drink and drive, folks. How do I check? Aaron, underneath where the messages are, you'll see a red soft tyre. You can click on that. There should be a number next to it. 134k for Pazuzu. Doesn't need to use 100k to be VIP either. He's already VIP. Fruit Boy or Noah has 34... I can't say it. 35.4k. Aaron says, what? Are you on mobile or are you on PC, mate? And actually, do you know what? I don't even know if you can check when you're on mobile. Right! So, the only two drivers we've lost, technically, are Blazer and Medium. with Van Geysen will be pulling out anyway. So we've got 10 drivers. So yet again, used to have 250k but bought VIP for 100, then lowered it. Then they lowered it. Outrageous. So Aaron, you're on with 2k, which, do you know what, mate? That isn't too bad. You've only been here a couple of weeks, right? 2-3 weeks maybe? 2k in 2-3 weeks isn't too bad, mate. I've got 15k. So your boy Rage Quit has got 15k. I asked for a refund, but it was denied. Pazuzu, we need to bring it up with the committee, man. We need to bring it up with the committee. Right, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break. Whilst these boys start setting out on track, I shall be with you very shortly. As soon as I see a car leave the pits, I'll flick it on. I was the committee. Pazuzu, I think you need to have a word with yourself, son. Sad. 1 week. Is it only 1 week, Aaron? Do you know what? Feels like you've been here forever, son. Feels like you've been here forever. And we do have the Ferrari. Hopefully a Fruit Boy. Yeah, a Fruit Boy that's gone out first. So I'm going to flick to him. I'm going to be silent for 2 minutes. I'm going to let you enjoy the outlap of Fruit Boy. I was going to say, Pazuzu, you can't turn your own request down. You'd really be in the mud. Committee's washed. So here we go then. The first hot lap of Q2 incoming. Same rules apply to Q2 as they're in Q1. We have 10 drivers. Therefore, Van Geysen hasn't retired yet, but will be doing because he's got a quali van. So because we've got 10 drivers, the guys just need to set a lap, man. The guys just need to set a lap. Are we going to see thrills and spills throughout qualification? With what appears to be, from news reports direct from the track, it feels like it's going to be wet as Ethan takes up the running for the first hot lap. Looks like a wet start to the race where we will then transition to slicks. According to weather reports direct from Mexico City. And Pazuzu, how long's it been going, mate? How long's it been going? Oh, beg your pardon, lads. I've not put the menus up. That's rubbish of me. So here comes Ethan on the soft tyre to set the first hot lap, and it is a 16.2. I think we then have Fruit Boy, who sets a 27.9 and is safely through to the next round. He may well go again. And Shane comes in with a 17 flat. Next car we've got is Braver on an outlap. We've got an Aston Martin. An Aston Martin? Or are my eyes going? My eyes are deceiving me. I believe it's blue. Might be Eagle. Who's just crossing the line there? Oh, it was Yorkie. It was Yorkie on the mediums. So here comes Eagle then to complete his first hot lap. Coasts through for a 15.6 to go fastest in Q2. Also on the soft tyre. Be interesting. What do we think in chat are the strategies for this race then? We've seen safety cars and weather interrupt the strategy really. for the race, and we're going to see some rain again. So I guess we're going to be starting on intermediates. But halfway through the race, do you go then for two lots of softs towards the end? So you've got some serious pace. The softs are worth 2 seconds over older mediums per lap. Easy 2, maybe even 3 seconds. Here comes Braver. A valid lap thus far. You've been 3 games now, 2 seasons per game. Wowzers, trousers. Yes, we are indeed in Season 6. Here comes Braver. Coasting round to set a time on the medium tyres. Have we got a glimpse? We've also had Yorkie set a 25.9. Sorry, 25.1. I imagine that Mr. Eagle will pop himself into the pits. Yes, he will. Got some yellow flags. I think that's just for cars slowing down. Mr. Crosscree's on his out lap. Van Guy's obviously still in the pits. As Eagle does indeed retire in the pits. So not much action for us to go through right now. As we've hit 20 viewers, welcome in everybody. This is RSF1. Tonight we are league racing and we're racing in Mexico. Tier 3. We've got some quick Donnies in here tonight. If you're interested in joining RSF1, there's a link. Go check out the standings in all 5 tiers. We've got a tier for everybody. Racing Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Sundays is tier 1. Mondays is tier 2. Tuesdays is tier 5. Wednesdays, i.e. tonight, is indeed tier 3. And then we have tier 4 on Thursday evenings, as Ethan and Shane also retire in the pits. We do have Crosscree on his hot lap right now, who's invalidated. Braver into the pits he goes. As Moggs and Pazuzu leave the pits. Moggs leaves on the mediums, Pazuzu leaves on the softs. So yeah, if you are here for the very first time, welcome in. Welcome in. Strap yourselves in for the next 1.5 hours of racing wonderment. We don't just race here, we put on a show. Don't forget, tell your dogs, your cats, your wives, your husbands, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, as many people as you can. Get them through tonight. Send that link. Oh, Pazuzu comes back into the pits. It was a very short outlap. Moggs, here goes Moggs on the outlap. I think Crosscree's invalidated again, so let's stick with Moggs for the time being. This is an amalgamation of drivers from various different backgrounds and leagues of all ages, all heights, all sizes. As Moggs begins his hot lap with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in Q2. DRS wide open down the long straight. DRS is really powerful here at Mexico down this straight. We've seen some fantastic racing and overtaking as you get into turn 1. We've even seen a couple of cheeky little overtakes on turns 2 and 3. DRS zone 2, wing wide open. Aaron says he'll join if you want code comms. Yeah, no worries, Stars. As Moggs goes quickest in Sector 1. Again, we're just looking for the guys, Moggs, Pazuzu and Crosscree, to set laps here to get themselves through into the shootout into Q3. Here he comes, Moggs. He also went quickest in Sector 2 on the medium tyres. He either lost a lot of time in Sector 3, or I'm not too sure whether or not there was a slight glitch there. As Mog sets a 17-2, we've got Crossgrey. Has Crossgrey managed to keep this lap valid? He has indeed, as he comes through the stadium section to set himself a 17-1. And therefore, Mr. Pazuzu will be our final driver to set a time as he, again, enters the stadium section on his outlap. Getting ready to cruise round, no doubt. As the accelerator hits the floor. Might not hit the floor, actually. Let's see what the next 1 minute and 17 seconds bring us. I know Moggs in real life. Good guy, fellow Welsh person, says Stars. Repping the Welsh tonight. The RS02, wing wide open. The Red Bull glistening in the Mexican sunshine. So let's have in chat then. Are we going to see anybody get disqualified for exceeding track limits tonight? Type 1 in the chat if you think we're going to get a disqualification for track limits. Type 2 if you think it's going to be nice and tidy and clean. 1 or 2 in the chat, please. Let's go. DRS Zone 3. Not such a powerful DRS zone, that one. Quite a short run. Ethan says me. Now, Ethan, does that mean you're going to get pole? Win the race? Does that mean you're going to get disqualified? As there goes Pazuzu with a 21.9. A nice, relaxed, chilled lap. Yorkie gets himself into the pits. And once Pazuzu's made himself round, I think that'll see the end of Q2, and we will head to the shootout. Just make sure we've got Aaron on comms. Aaron, you're muted, sir, if you want to unmute. Or have I got you muted? I've got you muted. Happy days. There we go. So, Aaron, can you hear me, sir?
It's glitching out a bit. Don't mind.
Glitching out a bit?
Internet
It's
did
okay.
there for a second. Yeah, I just logged into the game now.
Have you included your party audio?
Yes, I have.
You have indeed. Good. I'm just going to turn you down a little bit because I'm echoing again. There we go. Right. Blazer says he'll probably get disqualified here again. Ethan says he'll also get disqualified. 2 disqualifications. I think we've had a couple of disqualifications so far this week. It is a ropey track.
Leave the party and join back. It's very glitchy.
Okay, no worries, pal. So when Aaron comes back, guys, if you could just let us know what the sound quality is like. There we go. So we're just waiting for Pazuzu to retire in the pits, and then we will go. It's Max. I was in F5 at the start of the season. Mad. It is mad. Got some pace though, Ethan, right? And there we go. We've had the retirement in the pits, so it looks like we're going to be moving on to the shootout into Q3 very, very shortly. There we go. So in Q2, Eagle with a 15.6, Ethan with a 15.7, Steffi Weffy Gamer with a 15.8, and Yorkie with a 15.9 were the only people in the 15s. What kind of time, Aaron, are we going to see for pole tonight, do you think? Okay. Well, Stars says you sound okay, mate. Oh, right. Yeah, that should help. That should help. Right, let's get the spectator menu up because I forgot to do it last time. As we see a Ferrari leaving the pits, which of course will be Fruit Boy. So the only car we lost in Q2, of course, was Van Geysen due to his quali ban. Cars streaming out the pits. Maybe there's some weather kicking around for the end of qualification. Who knows? We certainly know from the intel we've had from Mexico City that there's going to be some rain at the start of the race. Which should make for an interesting race for sure. Sorry about that, guys. I had to dash off real quick because I'd put some chicken in to cook for 18 minutes an hour ago. It is definitely done. It is definitely cooked. It is definitely cooked. Right. Good. I haven't missed anything. So Fruit Boy's still going to be first out. First to finalise. '61 Moggs has crashed. Moggs has crashed. Shane has crashed also. Yeah. That is a disaster. Here comes our championship leader. Eagle go third fastest with the 16.1. We've got Steffi, the other Mercedes, coming through to set a 15.6. Stars said that he wanted to rage quit last night. I did see. I was tuned in, Stars. It was an absolute shocker of a lobby. As Fruit Boy takes third fastest with a 15.9. Some quick times already on the board. Eagle's gone a bit quicker, you know. Eagle's 0.2 up. Ethan 15.4. Eagle does improve his time down to a 15.8. I think the next car across the line is going to be Braver Container, who still has a valid lap. Takes the final chicane through the stadium. Into the left turn. Down on the gas. To get a 16 flat and be 7th fastest. So far we've lost Moggs, we've lost Shane in what looks like a bit of a terrible incident there as they get through to the stadium section. And that's your first round of laps done, guys. I think we'll see people go into the pits now. This chicken is definitely dry. So Ethan was quite confident earlier on and did say that he'd be sitting on pole. He also said he'd win the race, and he also said he's been disqualified. So he's covered all his bases. Crossgree actually stays out and posts a 15.8, going 500ths quicker. Yeah. No problem. Steffi Weffy goes fastest with a 15.3. What a lap that is from Steffi. What's Braver doing? Braver's invalidated and is probably going to come back into the pits. Yeah, driving very slowly. Going to come back into the pits there. Ethan, he's just left, mate. Crossgree's abandoned this lap because he's invalidated. Steffi no doubt will cruise in after that. Or is he trying to go quicker? He might be trying to go quicker here, guys. Seems to be putting down the pedal. How's he... Oh, he's half a second up. Sorry, half a second down, beg your pardon. So no doubt will cruise round and stick himself into the pits. Don't think he'll go again. No. Now, so here comes your boy Pazuzu. Pazuzu comes out to start his hot lap. So currently we've got a McLaren sitting on provisional pole with a 15.3. Then the Mercedes, not McLaren. We've then got a McLaren sitting in P2 with a 15.4. So he just comes through that first short technical part of the track, leading down through DRS Zone 2 to the next technical part of the track. The computer tells me that's a purple sector 1 for Pazuzu, but I'm not entirely sure that we've been given the right information by the onboard computers here in Mexico. We've got a few Mexican glitches happening. As he enters into the S's, let's get some onboard action. As you go down to this short DRS zone, the right-hander that you can take at some speed. Spare tyres kicking around in the middle of the track there. Into the stadium section. Slow and steady. Whipping it round the right-hander. Down on the gas now. Working our way up through the gears to cross the line with a 17.4. So maybe Pazuzu will go again with that time. We've got the Mercedes of Eagle, I believe. Yeah, the Mercedes of Eagle's just started another lap. We've got Yorkie on a hot lap that's invalidated. We've got Ethan on a hot lap. So let's ride on board with Ethan. Quite a lot there. Yellow flag. Slow car. 600's down on his time. Going around that final corner. Has he found those 600s? He did. He found that the 600s down a little bit more to go a 10th fastest. A 10th faster, should I say. Yorkie, I believe, is retired in the pits. So Ethan is 700ths down on Steffi. Here comes Eagle. Eagle goes third fastest with a 13.38. Identical time to Ethan. Here goes Steffi on his final run. We've got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Our next car going through the S's, which is going to complete a hot lap, is going to be Crossgreen. Gets through there pretty clean, gets good traction, good pace, good speed. Is he going to improve that 15.8? He is going to improve the 15.8. He goes quickest with a 15.1. Next, we've got the two McLarens. Here comes Braver. Braver, 17.2, doesn't improve, but will get another run. Here comes Ethan. Ethan goes second fastest now with a 15.2. Here comes Fruit Boy, I believe. He's invalidated. He's going to get an opportunity to set a new lap, though. Pazuzu next through the speed trap, the start-finish line. No, he's not. He's going to dip into the pits.
And now there's Eagle, and he goes fastest.
Eagle goes quickest with a 15.1. Steffi responds, but with a 15.1.
Fruit Boy, is he on a fast lap?
Yeah, I think Fruit Boy's got to do a fast lap here. If he's got any chance of catching Eagle at the top of the standings, he's got to have a good race today.
Hold on, can you hear me? I'm just checking.
Yeah, got you, mate, got you.
Good, right, internet's fixed. Fruit Boy, here he comes. Will he do it? Will he surprise everyone and take pole position here in Mexico? He comes through to the stadium section now. The slower section of the lap where you can lose time but also gain it. Coming through the final corner now, keep it out of double. Here he comes, round the final corner. What will it be? It will be P6.
He invalidated on that last corner.
Oh. Unlucky. He must be so angry there.
Ethan dives into the pits. Eagle's gone slow, and that looks like it's that's qualification over and done with. 5/10 up, Fruit Boy. What happened?
Well, I think he's just overdone it in final corner.
Were you 5/10 up on that final corner, Fruit Boy? Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Noah in chat is Fruit Boy. Messed up the lap massively. Don't worry about it, mate. Got 36 laps to go.
Hold on, can I quickly
here we go
mention?
then. Go through that list there, Aaron.
Okay. Right, so at the bottom of our list today is Shane and Moggs. Shane in 10th, Moggs in 9th. With Moggs crashing, and we're assuming that Moggs was in the middle of the track and then Shane came and hit him. But anyway, we go to 8th place now. The Ukrainian Braver Container in the McLaren. He finishes 8th in this qualifying session. And ahead of him goes Pazuzu, then Fruit Boy, then Yorkie, his Ukrainian mate, Rudy Ethan, Steffi, Krosky, and we've got Eagle in the Mercedes on pole. And how close is that within the top three? Look at that. 300 separate them.
Yeah, that's real tight. And even Ethan, you know, only Only a 10th down. That's pretty tight racing there, certainly between the top 3.
Yeah, and only 5 thousandths between Krosky and Steffi. But, hold on. I predicted Eagle to win the race instead of getting him on pole.
You did?
Yeah. I mean, kind of close.
Yeah, you're getting there. He might still win the race.
Yeah, pole.
Awake Possum. Awake Opossum. Says, open the steering! And here we have it. The rain in Mexico.
2 races in a row now.
All those strategies the drivers had. Out the window.
We've had just 2 races in a row now. Tier 5 yesterday, which I was racing in. We had qualifying, rain, with 2 restarts of the lobby in it. Then we had rain in the middle of the race, which absolutely ruined my race. Because can I mention, I started P6, I got up to P2, dropped to P3, dropped down to like P8, boxed for softs, and then absolutely was slicing through the field. Got to P6, as soon as the rain comes, my race just went. Had a spin at the stadium section, which dropped me down to P14, and I ended up finishing P12 in the end.
Yeah, oh. So there you go.
You want
right, sir, do you want to start at the back and take us through the...
Oh, how's Shane already?
Well, he just obviously didn't move.
Oh,
He'll be fine.
Anyway. Right, let's start from 13th up. At unlucky 13, we have got medium tyre, but there's a car behind him. I'm just trying to figure out who that is. Who is behind medium tyre? Oh, it's Yorkie. Okay, Yorkie's behind him. I thought you had P14 there. Anyway, P13, we have medium tyre. And we're going upwards here. We've got Blazer in P12, followed by Van Geisen in number 91 in P11. Then we've got Shane in P10, and then ahead of him, Moggs, who involved in a crash in Q3. And then Brava Katana in 8th. Then Pazuzu, Fruit Boy, Yorkie, Ruli Ethan, Steffi, Crosscree, and Eagle.
So the start's going to be pretty crucial. It's a really long start, finish straight here. So you get a good start, or equally if you get a bad start, it really can impact who is leading as we go into turn 1, 2, and 3. We can have some serious battles in turn 1, 2, and 3.
Just as an example of how crucial the start can be. Yesterday, as I was saying before, I started P6. By turn 4, I was in P3. I was in P2 for a second, but I was in there for like a tiny second and just down to P3. But it proves the start can be everything in this race. But it still is 36 laps. It can be crucial to start, but still stuff can happen.
Okay, the cars are getting themselves onto the grid. We have rain. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Mexican Grand Prix at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez circuit in Mexico. The cars are on the grid.
So we've got 5
red lights now. Are about to come on.
1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5! And it's go, go, go for the Mexican Grand Prix. Eagle gets an alright start, but Crosscree gets an even better one as he's being swarmed. Eagle does not get good or get away actually. Steffi gets him, Crosscree gets him. They're all up and wow, so many cars battling into someone. And wow, Eagle back up into P2. Everything's happening. There's surely going to be contact through here now.
Amazing start from Crosscree. Amazing start from Crosscree.
And there's a Ferrari Van Giesen, I think that was, running wide. And Steffi is leading a pack of cars coming into turn 4. And Rudy Ethan go down the inside. Trying to make that move. Freeboy has a sniff, but he can't quite get to it. And they're all going very slowly through here, trying to not crash into each other.
Grace says, Steffi for the win. Star says, come on Eagle, my old teammate from Season 3.
But what a
So
start
there
from
goes
Croskery.
Decent first lap. So there's a little gap forming between Yorkie and
Eagle
Steffi early
dropping
doors.
very quickly. Eagle's down to last.
So there must have been some form of incident there. He's gone from first to last.
Wow.
As we come through to complete the first lap of the Mexican Grand Prix. A Wake Up Possum says, let's go Steffi.
Now Steffi, he's going to be catching Yorkie right now. Here, he might go for a move into turn 1. But oh no, Yorkie looks like he is pulling away. Yes, he is. I'll go a bit further back. Mog's getting a bit close to medium tyre now. They are 3 temps. Pretty close. But no move. Because they aren't close enough yet. We're going to wait for the DRS. Oh wait, no, it's raining. There's no good DRS. Yeah, that's another thing. When it rains, there's no DRS. Something I clearly just forgot.
As our boy Muddy there says in chat, if you are interested in joining RSF1, we have tiers running Sunday through Thursday, 1 through 5 every single week. The link, please do feel free to click the link in the chat, which will take you through to our Discord. Eagle had damage and has therefore pitted.
Okay. That's what
To be fair, he might have damage again. He seems to win very slowly. No, maybe not.
And
so our
tyre.
first 3-second time penalty goes to medium tyre. First penalty of the day.
Penalties can be very crucial around here. Because if there is a late safety car or something, that can absolutely flip the race, including penalties. And Steffi Weffy
really
right behind
grip.
Yorkie. Steffi now.
Burning
Surely
through
he's gonna go for this
ERS
move.
is Yorkie.
Surely Steffi's going to try a move here. Nope, he's going to stay behind. Gonna wait. Fruit Boy got very close to the back of that McLaren, no. Maybe keep an eye on them. As, so it's very close.
As Ethan picks up 3 seconds. Blazer also picks up 3 seconds.
Fruit Boy down the inside at turn 4. Trying that move. He tried it earlier on. It didn't work. And it doesn't work there. I'm presuming...
Shane getting closer all the time as well, by the way.
Presuming our Blazer are having a nice scrap now as they come into the hairpin. 97 battling.
Oh, some contacts. Some contacts and some side pod damage for Blazer by the look of it.
Yeah, if I'm Pazuda, I'm giving that place back to Blazer. He's just forced him off the circuit. But it looks like he might have got wind damage because he is no visual damage, but going very wide by the looks of it.
Very wide and very slow. There's a big gap formed. There's a 4-second gap between Pazuzu now and Shane.
As Yorkie go for the lead. Possibly, he might go for the lead here. Just depends on his exit.
Yorkie's burning some ERS. Crossgree's burning ERS and has more of it. As does Steffi. So we're currently in an ERS train.
Just replace the D. Just replace the D with the E. Works. As look back now at our Blazer. As he is still thinking of this move on Bazoo. Just has to wait for the perfect time. And it might be the perfect time here. 2 tenths down to 1.5 tenths. Down to 1/10 of a second. He's going to go around the outside of turn 4. He gets the inside line to turn 5. Ooh,
Pazuzu keeps his foot on the gas.
They did make contact there. No damage, at least visual for Blazer. This might get feisty later on in this battle, as they are getting very close indeed. And Steffi, 2 tenths behind Yorkie now. Now 1.5 tenths, 1 tenth, and he's gonna go down inside. Not quite. He has to back out of it final second. Oh, never mind.
He's going to have a look at the chicane though, through the stadium. Has to pull back out.
Come on, guys. As soon as I try take just a drink, you guys are all kicking off. Yorkie,
Well,
Steffi,
here you're going to have
Ethan.
Ethan, Steffi, and Yorkie. I think Fruit Boy's just probably a little bit too far back right now.
Steffi is right there. Possibly go for it, but Ethan,
Then we're going to see Ethan on the
round
round the inside, turn 1.
And no,
Pulls
he
out.
won't stick with it. He decides to go behind a Brave Container, and Mog's having a little battle. Oh, Mog's go back for it. Oh, tries to, but squeezed out by Brave Container, and LR Blazer gets past Pazoo, and Pazoo's going very slowly indeed. I think they made a lot more severe contact there. No damage for Pazoo, but there are cars all over the back of him as Mog's looking for a move on Brave Container. Doesn't quite get it now.
So Steffi has got past Yorkie.
Yes, and Yorkie is still keeping in contact.
Grace says, "Come on, Steffi," in the chat.
Right now, you're just waiting for the first safety car, to be honest. First safety car comes out, that's when it's all going to properly start kicking off, as we're getting a nice lot of battling right now. As Brave Container 2 tenths behind Zoo, looking at that move.
Yeah, he's going to be real close as they go down that start-finish straight.
And Steffi has pulled out a gap on Yorkie, and now Yorkie and Rudy Ethan, they will battle. What will Rudy Ethan do? He's going to go round the outside at turn 1, unless he gets that move done at turn 1. It's going to go for
Stars,
it.
absolutely. Takes the inside line, but of course, Yorkie's going to have the inside line. Maybe no, he's pulled out, so Ethan does take
Very
P3.
close to contact. And Fruit Boy is right there.
Big contact between Pazuzu and Braver Container as we go down into turns 2 and 3.
What happened there?
Just missed it. I don't know whether there was contact on the back. Let's have a quick look at the front wing of Pazuzu. There is no damage, so maybe Braver Container just spanned that.
Braver got no damage either, so we'll eventually see it after the race. And the positives of being a driver or a commentator in the league is you get to see all the steward reports, so you get to see what happens after the race. So that's what we'll be looking at.
If there is an incident, our stewards, should it get submitted, we'll take a look at it. Blazer gets another 3 seconds, or 3 seconds, should I say?
And
that was his second penalty.
Shane getting pretty close to Yorkie. Shane's had an alright race so far, and Yorkie dives into the pit lane.
Oh, Yorkie's gone in the pits. So maybe Yorkie's got damage.
Oh, yeah. He has got damage, yes. He's got front wing damage.
Yeah, he has indeed.
No visual damage, but they're replacing the front wing on that car. So he has indeed got damage. As Mog's getting pretty close to... Oh, and he does go for the move. He, well, at least had a thought of it there on Pazuzu. Went alongside of him, coming into turn 2. Backed out of it.
If we have any mods in the chat, please could you dispatch with Serganevers? Because we don't need to buy viewers, followers and primes. We just don't need to do it, guys. It's an adios from us in Mexico. Not required.
Oh, what's going on?
Just some loser in chat. Anyway, Fruit Boy, 4 tenths down. Steffi Weffy, by the way, has made up time on Crosscree, is now 2 tenths down as they come into the stadium section.
Oh,
is he going to make a move into the chicane? He's not, he pulls out. He keeps close as they go through the stadium section. Chicane.
The exit out of the final corner here will be very crucial to both their races. Because if Steffi gets ahead, he will open a gap. But Crosscree gets an alright exit.
He does get an alright exit. He makes up 2 tenths there.
Yep, and it looks like Crosscree will keep that going for now, as Blazer sets the fastest lap of the race, and Steffi will not get a move.
Hopefully you banned him, Camo, as well.
Geez, you guys take no victims on this. Absolutely.
In the world of streaming, we don't take any prisoners when it comes to people coming, dropping rubbish into our chat that affects the experience of our viewers. Opinion on Steffi's season so far, Grace? Okay, well...
Well, I've
so
seen
far,
one race from him, and it's been amazing. I think the
yeah, the guy's got pace, for sure. The guy's definitely got pace. He's not sitting too high up the standings in the championship yet. I've joined the commentary team reasonably late, as has Aaron, so I'm not too sure how long he's been racing in Tier 3, F3. But, you know, he's got 68 points in that Merc.
It's a good driver as we come into the stadium section now, 2 tenths behind Crossgree. Possible chance again. Shane might go for a move now on Fruit Boy coming into the stadium section. He's 6 behind though.
Let's see if Steffi can get a little bit better traction out of this final corner to challenge on the straight.
Yes.
Or is Crossgree going to hold him off? He seems a little bit closer. But Crossgree just seems to get some... Yeah, Crossgree gets some good traction as that back end wiggles.
I think... Steffi's gaining. Gaining fast. Here comes Steffi. Possible move into turn 1 or turn 4. Is he gained a lot come down the straight there?
He did gain a lot.
He gains quite a bit coming through these corners now. He's taking these almost perfectly right on the back end of Crossgree.
Managing his... Crossgree's managing his ERS really well so far.
Ooh, he's going to go for it.
As Steffi has a look on the inside.
That's very good from Crossgree there. Now he left in the room so that they could battle, but Steffi just doesn't have enough space to keep on alongside him there.
Yeah, so Steffi's going to try and obviously keep close enough to Crossgree to try and force a mistake out of him, certainly as we go through the S's.
Yeah, can't imagine. I've like the entire time I've been thinking about this race. That just... Oh, Pazuzu gets a penalty. Oh, sorry, I thought Pazuzu was high up there. No offense, Pazuzu, but I thought you were like P3 or something. And very close to the back end, Steffi there.
Just seems to lack a little bit of traction coming back out here. That you see that steering wheel going left and right. Every time he comes out onto that straight through the final corner, Yorkie picks up 3 seconds. Multiple warnings as we take a look from the rear wing camera of Crossgree to see if Steffi's going to gain. He is not.
He does. He's there, but he's just not close enough.
He's just too far back. Too far back at present. But it is a long race. We still have 26 laps to go. The skies look blue in some areas. We've still got rain falling.
So the crossover period could be coming. Early drivers, if you are having a stream up and you don't know what's going on without sacrificing your entire race, could you please tell us? There's Steffi right up the back end of Crossgree.
I think the report from Mexico City at the beginning of the quality session said that halfway through the race we might see some dry weather. Ethan picks up another 3 seconds.
Yeah, just when they've gone through there now. And
here comes Steffi.
Side Steffi.
He's not going to make the move.
Close indeed there, no. But now Steffi needs to be making this move because look behind him. There's Rudy, Ethan, there's Fruit Boy. They're all catching on him majorly. He needs this move now. Crossgree is holding him up, and Steffi
as he wiggles again.
However, he is gaining. He's gaining.
He's closer.
Fast.
He's closer. Oh, I didn't realise Eagle had left the session, by the way, either. So Eagle's rejoined.
Ooh, 7 seconds. He's right there. He's gonna go down the inside. But he's just... Oh my God, Steffi, just go for it. He's losing.
It's sensible. It's sensible driving. If Steffi goes for it there, there'll be contact, and all of a sudden those 2 guys are going to be in 5th and 6th. We've lost the timing classifications for a moment as Shane picks up 3 seconds. So we have lost timing. So we're going to go to broadcast view so we can see the... Oh, my word. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars within what can be only described as at least 1.5 seconds of each other. The tussle for P1 is real. The tussle for the podium is real. I told you when we started this broadcast tonight, We don't just put on races, we put on a show. Tell your grandparents, tell your woman, tell your man, tell your kids, tell your dog, your cat, and your turtle.
Oh, that's medium tyre off. Medium tyre's gone off. And he has collected it together, and just where he's coming through now, I've been trying to mention this so much, but I keep being interrupted by the beautiful action. I have been imagining in my head coming into the race yesterday that I would spin off and crash there. Luckily I didn't, but that would be one big crash there if it did happen. As we get
yeah, Orphan says it's getting drier. It certainly is getting drier. The rain seems lighter. There is a dry-ish line appearing on the track. Crossover period. What lap are you saying crossover is going to be, Aaron?
I personally think lap 16 here. Give it
16.
4 laps.
4 more laps.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't really tell. Running on board, it does still seem definitely intermediate conditions. However, as soon as it kind of... Just on the halo, we don't have as much water on there. As soon as we don't have as much water, that's when I kind of pit.
Yeah, back end of Sector 1, start of Sector 2 still seems pretty wet.
Yeah,
but then seems to dry out ever so slightly as soon as they get into the S's. There's dry lines forming on some of those curbs.
As Crossbury is gaining time on Steffi, and Steffi's gaining time on Ethan. So
Shane has left the session. Aaron, can you invite Shane back, please, bud?
Yeah, sure.
Steffi, 3 tenths behind,
really
4
cool.
tenths now. Again, just didn't get the traction out of that final turn. Not using ERS, Steffi, either. He's saving his ERS as Crossbury burns down to 18%. Shane's back. Well done, Aaron.
Oh, I've already invited him as he came back. Just takes a while to type their names in, yeah?
You can find them on recent players.
Huh? Hold on.
Yeah. So Steffi's still farming that ERS. You can see that red light flashing at the back of the car. Steffi's still farming the ERS. Crossbury's on 32% ERS. Steffi's on 57.
Crossbury's strategy here is to try hold him off and back him up into Ethan until the crossover period.
You just got to stay close, right? If we know it's going to get dry, you just got to stay close. Fruit Boy, by the way, we talk about farming ERS. Fruit Boy's still got 95% ERS, 97% ERS. He's doing a great job.
And that's Steffi using ERS now coming down the little back straight, but still not enough. It's just an impossible mission for Steffi right now. Sorry, lagging out. It's making it look like he just went to the back of them. I just haven't
Absolutely, Grace.
Today.
Absolutely, Grace. I think the guys are going to be hanging on for that dry track. The rain does seem to be getting lighter. There does seem to be a dry line forming.
And Steffi is dropping back still from Crossbury. It's going to be very interesting when DRS gets enabled.
Yeah, he's just farming. You know, Steffi's just farming that ERS. Crossbury's down to the mid-20s. Steffi 60s.
Crossbury got 3 seconds.
That's huge.
That's massive, yeah.
That's huge. That brings Fruit Boy right back into it.
And Crossbury down inside. Not Crossbury. Steffi down inside of Crossbury. Just couldn't slow it down in time.
Ethan runs wide.
Down inside. They're side by side still. But Steffi, the back end cannot stay with him. Right now it's like come through that left.
Contact.
What a move. From Steffi, what a battle! We've got on over here.
3 more seconds for Blazer. You don't see many battles. Here comes Ethan, by the way. Ethan
is there. Wow, what a battle we've got.
A little bit of contact. Steffi loses a place due to the contact.
And he's gonna
that brings Fruit Boy and Blazer straight into it. This is going to be some battle. Ethan gets 3 seconds by cutting that final corner.
Cars are dropping themselves. Fruit Boy just had a major drop there. And he has lost the position to the pass. But the car is dropping all the time as the side of the track drying up. As now Steffi going for the move from Rural Ethan, he'll surely get this done by turn 1. Or will he? They're side by side coming into turn 1. Steffi round the outside at turn 1. Oh, they definitely
Steffi gets the inside line though.
And this is very close right now.
This is great racing, guys. If you want an advert for what good, clean, hard racing looks like tonight, you found it. Here in RSF1. This is our Tier 3 drivers battling it out at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico.
I think that was about a minute of clean, good racing there.
It's beautiful.
That was amazing. This is what we love to see, guys. This is great racing. No DNFs currently. The cars are spread out, but also close.
There goes the commentator's curse.
Oh no. Oh no. The commentator's curse.
Aaron called it, guys, on lap 15. Let's see how far we get.
No, I called lap 16.
Let's have a quick penalty check, by the way.
Hold on, no, you're saying the wrong thing. I called lap 16.
You did, but you called out a clean no DNF race on lap 15. I want to see how long that lasts.
Oh wait, clean no DNF race off 15.
So Crossbury has 3 seconds. Bruley Ethan 9 seconds. Blazer 9 seconds. Shane 3 seconds. Medium tyre 6 seconds. Pazuzu, Moggs, Van Geysen and Yorkie all have 3 seconds worth of penalties. That will impact us as we get deeper into the race.
And so currently Steffi's the winner with penalties.
Yeah.
I don't know where Fruit Boy would end up. I've got to do maths to do that, and I don't
at the minute
like
your podium at the moment is Steffi P1, Crossbury P2, and Shane P3.
And can I mention, LA Blazer, what a drive! He's gone up 8 positions in this race.
8 positions.
LA Blazer going up 8 positions, Medium Tie going up 6, and Shane going up 5. And that's just
some good driving there, guys.
Let's just not talk about ego in this position change situation. I think we just should leave ego alone. He's already having bad enough of a race. Let's just leave him alone.
Don't count that guy out, though.
Yeah,
one safety car changes the whole complexion of this race. Blazer's on the wet part of the track there.
And yeah, Steffi can't quite get enough. It's really hard to do stuff on the main straight right now. Because with DRS, it's really easy. But when it's wet, it's so hard. Yeah, and the crossover period's still not coming. And it'll be very interesting. If there is a crossover period at this rate, when do you think it's going to be?
For me, I think the rain just seems to have steadied out a little bit. You know, I think we might end up going to lap 21, 22. Because the sky doesn't appear to be getting any bluer. The rain doesn't appear to be getting any lighter.
It's a very weird situation we've got here, because we know the crossover period should come. It's just, it's not coming right now. It's all, the rain's staying, and there's no real signs of it going anywhere. I can't mention commentators. Cars has already taken place with us cars being spread out. I said cars were spread out, but also pretty close, and now look at the gaps. Oh no, what have I done? There's Steffi. Oh no, never mind, Steffi. On 2 temps. This could be very interesting. He's right behind him now. Getting into the 1 tenth of a second. Could be getting close as Steffi breaks earlier now. Into turn 1 and loses 3 temps. And there we just come. It's turn 4 and then to turn 5. Got Not much action right now. Got people just kind of cruising around the circuit. Not many position changes. People are close, but not much really happening. So, chat in Twitch, what is your thoughts on the crossover period? When do you think it's happening?
That's good. Hopefully you can hear Aaron. So he's asked, when do you think we're going to see the crossover period? So I'm seeing some blue skies, and I'm seeing a distinct lack of raindrops right now. There's a distinct, it stopped
ladies and
raining.
gentlemen, it's happening. It's happening. Everyone stay calm. It's happening. Right.
It has stopped raining.
It's stopped raining, but we've got to wait for the track to actually be dry. No.
We do. So we're 50% into the race. And somebody did say, one of the drivers came in and said it would stop raining halfway through the race. We are halfway through the race. It has stopped raining.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we're going to see somebody make an early call. Maybe an Eagle make an early call.
I think it's going to be Eagle who makes a call. He's the man who has nothing to lose in this race right now. He has nothing to lose. Just go for it.
He is not making the early call.
Let's look a bit further up at the grid than Eagle.
Might be too early. Might be too early.
It's lap 19 to
100%
lap 22
grace
is our crossover period right now.
Surely in the next 2 or 3 laps we're going to see. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody makes an early call on lap 19 and comes in. Still a little wobble there. Still some cool parts of the track. Maybe that's Crosscree trying to keep those intermediates cool. Maybe Crosscree's going to make a dive.
Crosscree, he might. You never know.
Crosscree could well depict to everybody what's going to happen here.
Okay, right. Keep your eyes on the pit lane, ladies and gentlemen. Crosscree does not dive in. Neither does
None of the first 4 cars dive in. Yorkie, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. 6 seconds now.
Fruit Boy does not. Medium tyre does not. Kazoo, he's just coming through the stadium section now. Oh, Kazoo dive in. He will not dive in.
It still seems a little bit damp. Still seems a little bit damp.
Well, I think Eagle should just go for it. If I'm Eagle in this situation, you have nothing to lose. You might as well.
He is not. He's going to stay out again.
I'm just going on board with Steffi right now to just see the suffering that he has right now, being sat right behind an Alfa Romeo.
As Hush says, softs can do 15 laps. I'd be surprised if some go for medium. So you think people are just hanging on for that extra lap, Hush?
Yeah, maybe.
Fruit Boy, 3 seconds. Not good for Fruit Boy's chances there. So Steffi is in prime position as we approach the crossover period.
Now, see, we could have a crash or two in this period because the track is changing. You never know what could happen. Might see a spin or two, end up into a crash. And I have to admit, yesterday I did make a major mistake during the race because I don't remember one of the Red Bulls span off at the end of sector 2.
Oof, medium nearly loses it.
He hit the wall, bounced back onto the track, and I'm looking at the top left to try and figure out if I'm getting in position.
Oh, we've had an accident! It's Pazuzu's made contact with the pit wall.
Okay, that's the first
So Pazuzu makes the early dive into the pits,
he's in inters.
loses his front wing.
He's going on to the inters. Oh, no.
Oh, no, and he's got onto the inters as well. And he's retired. He's retired because he knows that's his race run. So Pazuzu's our first retiree. Yorkie goes on to the medium tyre.
Okay, Yorkie. Will it work out, mate? Let's have a look. But that is major for this race. As I was just saying, there can be crashes in this period. It was very easy to just drop it in the crossover periods.
Let's see how he gets on these mediums then. We're gonna ride with
Hold on.
Yorkie.
No, there's been a muck-up with Pazuzu because his AI's been sent out onto the track.
Yeah, his AI will retire on track. Don't worry, he's definitely retired. His AI will pull over shortly. Hopefully, it won't cause a safety car.
Hopefully, if it does, then that's just a bit. Well, it's very lucky for all the drivers because they'll be. I believe they'll be delighted. Three-windowed pit. Oh, we get many cars in the pit lanes. And our Blazer, he's onto softs. And Crossgreen, he's onto mediums. So is Shane's onto softs. Ronnie Ethan's onto softs. And medium tyre onto mediums. And what the hell is going on?
Steffi is a long way in front. 20 seconds. Let's see what that gap looks like at the end of this lap.
And Eagle's in as well.
Yep, they'll all be flooding into the pits now. So Van Geysen stayed out. Steffi stayed out. Let's see how much time they lose.
Should we interview Pazoo? Like, ask him for an interview because he kind of crashed. I know we are allowed to do it. I just don't know if you want to or not.
I'm not entirely sure I'd want to do an interview if I'd just crashed and that was my race over and done with.
I'll message him asking him if he wants to do an interview.
Yeah, cool. So Eagle comes out of the pits on the softs, 12 seconds back. At the front of the pack, we will surely see Steffi, who has not lost any time, by the way, on those inters. He's losing 300s every now and again. He stayed out. He stayed out on the inters, setting a 1:26.9 as the fastest lap. Let's see what Crosscree's doing, because I don't see... Medium tyre does take a 3-second penalty. So now he's beginning to close. Now here we see the time being eaten down. So we've got Crosskery with Ethan closing in real quick now behind him. Don't think there's enough room to make a move down into turn 1.
Okay, Suzu's accepted the interview.
Okay. So Blazer picks up another 3 seconds. The gap between Crosskery and Steffi Weffy is closing rapidly as here goes Ethan making a move on the inside. Gets the move done on the soft tyre.
Can you quickly just go into the party and tick the box?
Done.
Okay, right.
Pazuzu, how you doing, bud?
I'm alright.
Okay.
Go for it, Aaron. I'll keep my eye on the track.
Alright. Yeah, Pazuzu, what happened there? We didn't quite catch it. All we saw is you with a broken front wing coming into the pit lane. What happened?
Well, I was coming around into the last sector and the game told me to pit. He'd come up with a new strategy. So I went to go in and I spun. I hit the wall, which weren't an issue. Obviously, I had to change my wing, but I was pitting anyway. Had a medium selected and the game put me on it, as in I couldn't be asked anymore, so I retired.
Oh yeah, it's very unfortunate for you to put you onto the inters. With that pit stop, I think the game would have knowledge and actually like put you onto like the soft tyres or something.
Well, I'd selected the mediums, so...
That's just even more annoying. It's very unlucky for you then today.
I mean, I was slow as it was, so I just, yeah, I ain't wasting my time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was that really.
Well, lucky Pazuzu.
Yeah, I'll be back next week. So,
always.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
See you next week, mate.
Okay.
Take care. Just
Bye.
while we've been doing that, Steffi has come into the pit. Steffi lost a lot of time on those inters by doing one extra lap, which means Ethan has taken the lead of the race. Blazer is in second. Crosskery is in third on mediums. Shane, sorry, on the inters. I didn't mean the mediums. Shane in P4. If we look at penalties at the moment, Crosskery, Shane, Fruit Boy, and potentially Steffi with one lap less old tyres has got an opportunity to potentially close the gap down and still claim a win here as Shane comes into the pits.
I had to stream up on my phone, and for some reason I left it there for ages and turned it off, and it was still playing the audio from the stream.
Well, there you go.
As that's Shane coming into the pit lane. Why is Shane coming to the
Grace, I
pits?
wouldn't worry about it. I think, Grace, there's a 5-second gap to Fruit Boy, granted,
Yorkie's disconnected.
but the penalty situation is favourable. If he can get close enough, Steffi gets close enough, the penalty situation is favourable to Crossgree and Fruit Boy, and obviously with Ethan and Blazer with 9 and 12 seconds respectively, there is still a chance. Shane picks up another 3 seconds. We said at the beginning that the time penalties were going to be important. The skill, the racecraft of our drivers to stay within the white lines.
As all
Important.
Blazer goes for the lead and he takes it. Blazer in the lead now. Off the Grand Prix. I may mention, Blazer, mate, what a drive. He's gone up 11 places.
And he has to because he's got 12 seconds worth of penalties.
But that might be down to 10 in a second though, because Rooney Ethan goes to the move and he will definitely get that move. But Blazer will get DRS into turn 4.
Steffi's left, by the way. Is Steffi back in? Push.
Medium tire and Moggs.
That
Moggs
probably
has gone
explains
very
why
wide.
Steffi didn't pit.
Moggs gone very, very, very wide there. Oh, it's a bit weird. A medium tire. I think Moggs has just had a nightmare coming into turn 1. As medium tires got by him, and he's gone off
he's on the
again.
grass.
He had a major incident at turn 1 where he's very far off. And then now on the grass. What is going on with Moggs?
His tyres are hotter than the surface of the sun. That is what's going on. As Braver goes through, and Braver now will be trying to reel in medium. Braver with no time penalties, as it stands. Medium with 12. And he can see him off into the distance. He'll be trying to get up towards Steffi. I don't know how far the gap to Steffi is. We're about to find out. So Steffi now only 3.4 seconds behind Fruit Boy. Half a second away from overtaking Fruit Boy in terms of penalties.
Blazer and Ethan, it's turn 1. For the lead in the race, and Blazer takes it. But Ethan surely he'll fight back. Will he fight back? Yes, he will. 1/10 behind. But he needs to get that little gap, and he's going to go for it. Oh, Steffi will stay in the lead. Most definitely there. With contact, but what's Steffi? Blazer will stay in the lead, and with the contact, he will still stay in the lead. However, he does need to pull out 9 seconds to Fruit Boy and 3 seconds to Ethan.
Doesn't have to pull anything out to Ethan. Now Ethan's just picked up an extra 3. He's also on 12. Your position A car in this race is still Steffi.
Hold on, yeah.
If he can gain some time on Crossgree and Fruit Boy.
No, Steffi's 4 seconds behind Blazer. So, Steffi...
But Blazer's got 12 seconds of penalties. Ethan, 12 seconds of penalties. Fruit Boy, 3 seconds. Crossgree, 3 seconds.
That means Steffi's the provisional winner. Wait now.
As it stands, it's close. It's 4 seconds between Steffi and Fruit Boy.
And
he's got to find a second from somewhere.
Okay, the gap to the leader is... Oh, Blazer and Ethan. Very close indeed. Blazer will keep the lead for now.
All this is doing here is holding up Fruit Boy.
Yeah, Fruit Boy's got a front row seat to this battle though.
Ethan, more penalties.
More. Good one.
8 laps to go.
This could be very interesting at the end here. You got 12 seconds of penalties to Blazer, 15 seconds to Ethan.
The gap between Fruit Boy and Steffi's 3 seconds as we speak.
Steffi will get DRS out of the back straight, surely past Crossbury this time, as he's 3 tenths behind. He's going to get very close.
He is going to get very close. I think he's going to make a move on the inside. Going to make a move on the inside of turn 1.
Does get it.
Gets it done.
And that's not too hard there. Very easy
Yeah, and
move for Steffi.
that's the soft tyres versus the medium tyres for you right there. Now penalty-wise,
Steffi just needs to stay within 3 seconds of
3
Fruit
tenths.
Boys, and he wins.
Indeed.
And
keep his race clean.
Fruit Boy now is having a living nightmare with these guys ahead of him. He needs them to move. Come on, he's probably screaming in his head right now. Move, get out the way. I have a potential race to win here. And he's going to try get one of them out the way at least.
Yeah, Fruit Boy or Steffi are your race winners right now. For sure. There's not a great deal of action happening towards the middle and rear of the pack. So we're going to stick with this racing up front. Certainly for the next couple of laps, see what happens.
And now Fruit Boy. Surely he'll get this move.
Ethan's got no ERS left, but does have DRS to battle with here.
He replaces the
That will
ERS.
hold him off. That will hold him off.
But Blazer majorly dropping now with the DRS. Train behind him, you could say. It's a little DRS train, and Steffi within 2 seconds now. If I'm Steffi, I'm staying out of this fight. Because with Steffi right now, you just need to not get involved in anything. If you could just keep within track limits, not get involved in this battle.
Stay with those 3.
Yeah, he wins.
He is doing incredible, Grace. You're absolutely spot on. I don't remember when he came in, but certainly, whilst I've been watching him, he's certainly got some pace. And it looks like, at present, he's in a great position this evening.
Steffi started P3, he's dropped down to P4, but provisionally he's P1. As Steffi now within a second.
I've got beer to drink.
And I've got juice.
There we go.
And then we come now, Fruit Boy. Possibly this time. Is it going to be this time? Will it be next time?
Too far away.
Will it be the lap after?
Too far away. Had a little peek.
Turn 4,
and maybe if he gets
possibly.
good traction into the next DRS zone, he might make another move. Because there is 0 ERS. Versus, well, we've got 10 versus 8.
And Steffi does not
and
get
Ethan
DRS.
gets some great traction out there.
They're all within seconds, that top 3. Steffi getting involved could make this very dangerous. That's not me saying Steffi's a dirty driver, by the way. I'm just saying 4 cars within a second. That's just not going to end well.
Let's take a look back. We've got a great view here from the back of Ethan's car with those 2 cars trying to chase him down.
And oh! Decent Yorkie spun it! Yorkie spun... I thought he's in the wall, sorry. That wall there, so a lot of cars spin into it in my race. He spun in the middle of the tracks and
And we've got Fruit Boy trying to make a move. Fruit Boy does make a move over Ethan.
And Steffi's
Is that the same for Ethan? But here comes Steffi as well. Is Steffi going to go through?
Steffi going to get very close.
Steffi does indeed go through.
But will he get
Ethan
DRS
takes
now?
the position back.
And Steffi does not... does get DRS, sorry.
So this is Fruit Boy's opportunity. If Fruit Boy's going to win this race, this is his opportunity right now for Ethan to be holding up Steffi to try and drag out that 3-second gap. It's at 7 tenths, so he's got a job on his hands.
Getting very close, those two. And he's getting held up massively in
Yorkie, 5 seconds speed in the pit lane. Medium tyre, is medium tyre off the track.
Yeah, he did spin and he reset onto the track. Is that allowed in the rules?
It is not allowed. You're not allowed to reset onto track. He is a reserve driver.
Oh, what? The entire
As
condition. to the
Steffi
track
goes to make a move
changed.
on the inside of the last chicane. Gets
Sorry,
the
can I
move
quickly
done over
mention
Ethan. Holds the position. Does this give, though? Does this give Ethan DRS down the home straight? Like the last lap. Are they going to just repeat what they've just done previously? Who gets the DRS?
It's
It's
Ethan.
Ethan gets the DRS.
The DRS detection point is on the finish line. And poor Steffi, you just see him fly by as he's getting held up even more. He is currently about 1.7 seconds behind Fruit Boy.
Yeah, he doesn't want to keep losing that time there. Yorkie
Yeah,
picks up another
Yorkie-
3 seconds, and we've
Shane's
got a
DNF'd.
crash. We've got a crash.
Shane.
Shane. Oh no, Shane's crashed in the pit lane.
Oh, he's DNF'd. Why is he DNF'd in the pit lane? Why is Shane DNF'd in the pit lane?
He must have just
But anyway,
got 5 seconds. He got 5 seconds for
Very
speeding.
close.
Oh my word, Steffi. Steffi all over the back of Ethan here. Are we going to see a cheeky little overtake into the stadium section? I don't think we are. Or are
yes,
we?
are.
He's had a look on the outside. He's going to dive on the inside, is he? No, he's going to pull back out. Oh,
Oh,
really
no, no.
wide and deep. Really wide and deep by Ethan. Ethan was far too kind, but Ethan knows that he's going to get DRS again as we go down the straight. And as we start the final 3 laps of the race.
Ethan's doing what I wanted to do over and over in that race yesterday, but the rain didn't let me do it. He's doing what I wanted to do. Go wide at the hairpin, get the DRS on the main straight. Because then you just get right past. But sometimes you don't.
Well, Steffi's going to have to hold up again. He's 2.6 seconds down the road now. It's getting tight for who's going to win this race. The gap is 2.6 seconds. He's going to have to get his foot down for the last 2 laps of the race. 2.5 seconds. Yorkie, 3 second time penalty again, gets up to 17 seconds. So Fruit Boy's going to be driving for his life here right now if he keeps it clean. 1 penalty either way. Oh, and that's... Fruit Boy does pick up the 3 second penalty, which hands the race surely to Steffi. We just moved on to Fruit Boy just in time to see him cut those 2 corners.
Oh, Fruit Boy. He's just...
Surely Steffi just has to bring the car home now. As we enter the penultimate lap of the race, Blazers leading on track, Fruit Boy second, Steffi third, but with the penalty situation at present, Steffi Weffy takes the win.
Wow, that's certainly not what Fruit Boy wanted to see there.
And Fruit Boy would finish second.
That is... No, he won't. He won't finish second. Rudy Ethan has got...
15 seconds with the penalties.
He got 15?
Yes.
Oh, it's Crosscree who had the 3.
Correct.
Yorkie just got another 3 seconds. He's up to 20. Jeez, he needs to watch himself. He might get disqualified. I'm pretty sure how the game works. If you get too many penalties, you just get disqualified then.
You get up to 30 seconds and you get disqualified. So he's got another 10 seconds to play with, but he doesn't want to go there. There's only 2 laps remaining. So Steffi just needs to keep this clean now. As a matter of fact, as it currently stands, he'd need to have 2 timing penalties for exceeding track limits to not win this race as we come round the final corner. Yorkie's DNF'd in the pits.
Sorry, I thought Shane and Yorkie just crashed there, but I didn't realise Shane DNF'd beforehand.
Yeah.
I need to stop being immediately, oh, there's been a crash when someone retires in the pit lane. I need to stop doing that.
Yeah, I think Steffi's just pulled off. Crosscree 3 seconds. Fruit Boy back into second position. It's Fruit Boy battling with Blazer here for the honour of finishing in P1 on track.
And he does go for it. And oh, Fruit Boy down
Here comes
inside.
Steffi. Steffi wants to keep himself out of trouble here, mind.
But Steffi would also love to finish P1 on track, would he not?
I'm sure he would, but I'm sure he'd take P1 overall in the race over crashing out, trying to fight for P1 on track when he knows he's got the victory in the bag.
He's 2 tenths behind though. If I'm Fruit Boy, I'm just gonna let him by. Just let him by, give him the run on track.
Guns picks up another
And
3 seconds.
He's gonna go for it, Steffi. And he does get it. Beautiful move from Steffi. Oh, Fruit Boy wants that win on track. He fights for it hard.
He's not going to get it.
Steffi. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your winner of the Mexican Grand Prix Tier 3 is Steffi Weffy. And in second place we get Fruit Boy. And in third place we get LR Blazer. And then Rudy Ethan. And then behind them, it should go Krosky, Raver Container, wait, hold on. Okay, Rudy Ethan drops a place. Alright, the top 3 is the only thing that matters. So Steffi P1, Fruit Boy P2, and LR Blazer P3.
Yeah, P3 for Blazer. Braver Container, due to a lack of penalties, finishes in P4. Ethan down to P5. Crosscree P6. Moggs in P7. Eagle, having started on pole, dropped all the way to the back of the grid, has fought his way up with no penalties to finish in P8. Medium Tyre is finishing P9. And
Steffi Weffy, Fruit Boy.
phone unplugged on my handset. So that was a great race. There was some wonderful, clean battling throughout, and I think in terms of the guys who kept it clean from a penalty point of view, Aaron, I think that is the thing that's kind of made the difference there.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. As we're just getting the guys in for the interviews now, guys, just quickly, can you just tick the box, please? We got in trouble for it last time because you guys didn't tick the box.
Yes, got to make sure we have a little checklist in the comms booth. Number 1, send the invite. Number 2, hope that people join. And number 3, when they do join, you've got to tick the little box which says include my audio, because we obviously are streaming.
Alright, we're just waiting for people to come in, Steffi, so... Alright, LR Blazer.
So Blazer's in.
Fruit Boy join.
Steffi's in. I don't think Fruit Boy tends to join.
I don't think.
You go for it, mate. Go for it. Fill your boots.
Hello. I just feel so good at the moment after disappointing there in qualifying, but in the end there, I'm just happy to get a podium. To be fair, I went a little bit too much more of elbows out in this race, went a little bit more aggressive on overtakes, but I'm still happy to get a podium. I do apologise to Shane when there was a little bit contact earlier, which caused him to pit early. So I thought I almost missed my braking point, so I kind of stamped on the brakes a bit too early. That caused Shane to pit earlier, so I do apologise to him for that, but otherwise it was such a great race. I was just trying to manage my tyres to the end there. Just luck really. I mean, that's all it was, just luck. I mean, I knew I got some decent pace in some rain and a bit of a wet weather, because Had a good race in Japan with the full wet tyres. Then, of course, missing out last week's race. I don't know what weather conditions was there, but to be fair, first race back from holiday and getting a podium, I'm just happy and managed to survive. Just happy with it. Thank you.
Oh, that was insane. First of all, I have to say shout out to Grace Rex and A Wickle Possum. And yeah, so basically, it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. Quali was a bit disappointing. I wanted to put it on pole, but it was so close as well. That was the good thing. It was so close. Over racing. Yeah. What else happened? Yeah, I don't even know, man. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Yeah. What's it? Oh yeah. Once the rain ended, everyone pitted. I stayed out because I wasn't too sure. I was a bit skeptical, and I wanted to see if I could stay out one lap and see if people behind me will lose time. So then I'll get track position by the time I pit and get onto my softs. But oh yeah, I disconnected halfway through the race and I was like panicking. And then I think I dropped a couple places due to that, but in the end it was okay. So yeah, it was fantastic though. Really enjoyed it.
Brilliant. Just sorry to interrupt 1 second. Aaron, can you just make sure that your button is pressed to include audio? Because the guys can't hear the questions you're asking. So just have a quick double check of that. Next week, so there aren't many weeks left in the season. We're running out of races, and if I can find my calendar, next week we head off to Brazil. So we're off to Interlagos next week. Talk to me about Interlagos, guys. You first,
Brazil.
Steffi.
I haven't driven Brazil in a while. Yeah, it's a nice track, flows. Yes, entertaining. I enjoy it. Good racing. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say it's one of my favourite tracks as well. What about you, Blaze?
Not my personal favourite. I still have trouble. I have trouble around that track every now and again, but you know, I'll still try to give it all my all.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, as the season begins to kind of close towards the end, you know, I've thoroughly enjoyed commentating on this tier the last few weeks. You know, the show that you guys put on, as I said to the at the top of the broadcast, you know, here at RSF1 we don't just put on racing, we put on a show, and you guys have delivered that. You know, those top 4 or 5 drivers, you've delivered some race today. It was outstanding from start to finish. I think the rain made it spicy. And yeah, just thank you so much for putting on such a great race for us, for all the viewers in the stream. You know, at one point we had 20 plus viewers in the stream watching that, and I'm looking forward to it going onto the YouTube channel, which will be posted on our socials, guys. You can actually see the YouTube. As by magic, the YouTube link has popped up into the chat, so if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, go click it, subscribe. You can watch the history. You can watch Grace, a Wake Up Possum, you can watch this race back. And not only see Steffi Weffy win, but obviously you can hear the dulcet tones of myself and Aaron to commentate it throughout the evening as well. Guys, thank you so much again for such a wonderful race. Take care. Have a good rest of your evening. We're going to sign off, guys, but just to let you know, tomorrow night RSF1 is yet again broadcasting from Mexico. It will be Tier 5 tomorrow evening. I don't know who your commentators are tomorrow. I think, Aaron, you're back tomorrow, are you not? It is Tier 4, that's what I meant. I should be in Tier 5, that's why I said Tier 5. I should be in Tier 5, really, but unfortunately I'm in Tier 4. Good stuff. Guys, well done. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in, and you guys that are still here at the death. It's much appreciated. Take care. That is us signing out, and we shall see you again tomorrow. Take care. Sayonara. Oh no, that's Japan. Adios. I think that's as good as we get for Mexico. Take care, and see you again tomorrow.